Good afternoon once again to our listeners today on the childcare segment of Kids World. It's another day, like Nana rightly said, last week unfortunately we couldn't make it, but it was an equally important assignment that took off the moment. Today we are here again. We are going to talk about child protection or child security. This is a thing that has escaped many parents. We have not considered it so well, but it's very, very important. Children play intuitively. When we look at the way children play, they play intuitively, trying to explore and do different things as they play along. Trying to explore and do different things as they play along. Some play cautiously, others play haphazardly or in a slapdash manner. For this reason,
not in that word. Break it down for us.
In a rough manner.
Okay.
They don't play with care.
Okay.
Yes. For this reason, parents should consider protecting their children from abuse, exploitations, violence, and neglect. But we all know that parents are not 100% with our children. Sometimes they go to the yard to play. Sometimes they go to school. When they go to school, we are not with them. When they close and they are coming from school to the house, we are not with them. And they play a lot before they get home. What actually informed this topic is what happened last Tuesday when there was a heavy rainfall. We heard that some of the children were drowned as a result of trying to chase up their slippers. They were walking about, and one lady had her slippers fall in the yes, right in Techiman. They are in my class. Two of them. There are three, and two of them are in my class. The other is in GHS. So that actually informed this particular topic today.
Are they alive?
Yes, by God's grace, they are all doing well. There are certain safety rules or safety tips that I want parents to teach their children, because like I said, we are not always with them. And so we need to train them in such a way that they can independently be safe. So that when you are not there to protect them, they can protect themselves on their own. So the first thing I want parents to teach their children is try to teach your child your name. Try to help them acquire your contact and also your address.
Very necessary, mommy, because we have had so many incidents where children will be brought, they will bring children here and we'll ask, what's your name? Looking at the age,
yes,
the
they should be able to tell.
Yes, but
yes,
can't mention the parents' name and other stuff.
Yes,
so
that's why I said it's an important thing parents have neglected. So we should try to teach them our names, your father's name, your mother's name. This is your father's name, this is your mother's name. Try to help them to get the contact when the time is due. You know, the moment they start to respond to their names, it means they are ready to learn names. You don't just start teaching them at any point. So when they start recognizing names, you try to put that in them. Let them know it doesn't happen at a blink. It takes time. Always try to tell them, try to remind them, but definitely there will be a time that they are going to recognize it. Then you know they have finally gotten it. You try to teach them your contact, either contact of a mother or a father or any person in the neighborhood. At least they should know one. And then the address, there should be a landmark. Like me, I'm so fortunate to stay at a place which has so many landmarks. The moment I mention Adwoa Hotel, everybody knows there. When I mention Roman Catholic, when I mention Kumasi Station, when I mention Radio Link, everybody knows there. Yeah, so definitely the area that you find yourself, there should be a landmark there. Try to help your child to get all of those things.
Mommy, please help them. When you talk of landmark,
adie bi a ɛwɔ hɔ a ade nso sese kwase yɛn katwi adie bi a ɛwɔ hɔ a obi obodin a nipa bebree nim
for instance Nana Benedwem,
yes,
Kumasi Station, Abukatechi Abrosa, Roman Catholic School, sorry no
nti bia bi a obo a nipa bebree enim. Yes, the moment you give them that, whenever there is an emergency, it helps you to sort it out so easily. But if the child doesn't know all of these things, you see that you'll be taking the child to so many places just to locate parents, address, and all of those things. So we need to guide them to know that. And then also we need to teach them that do not eat anything from a stranger.
Okay.
Strangers or people are using these measures to kidnap a lot of children. You know that children are enticed to toffees, biscuits, chocolates, and those things. And so the moment they want to go about their bad things, they use these things to entice them. We should teach them that before you accept anything from a stranger, you should have the consent of either your mother, your father, your guardian, or if you are working with a person and a fellow decides to offer you that thing, you should seek the consent of the person that you are working with at that moment. Now, as you are doing this, you try to teach them the right way to deny it, no matter how enticing the thing looks like. The child might be bothering you for, mommy, buy toffee for me. Then somebody decides to offer a toffee. The child needs it at that time, but don't be enticed by it because of the situation you find yourself in. Yes, let's try to teach them all of these things just to protect them when they are not with us or when we are away from them, so that they can always come home safely. And then we also have to teach them the road safety.
Okay.
When children close from school,
road safety, like the normal ones, or we have ones for children?
Yes, we have some for children.
Okay.
It depends on the age of that child.
Okay.
Yes, you know, when you are communicating with a child, the age is very important. Else you will just talk and communication will not happen. Because for communication to be to occur, there should be understanding. Yes, so you need to check the age of that child. Then you know what to teach the child. We should teach them things like when you are walking along the way, you shouldn't be running. Because as and when you run, you can trip. When you trip, you are not lucky enough to fall in the street and there is an oncoming car. And now you can imagine what is going to happen. I don't have to tell you that. Yes, so we need to teach them not to run. And then we also have to teach them that anytime you are coming out of the car, you have to use the curb side. Okay. Sometimes when we are coming out of the car, they want to open it at where the road is. A quiet, but be a car no no. I wanna because it's a door nano.
Okay, so you should open it from the pedestrians.
Yes, you have to use the pavement side. No matter where you are seated, even sometimes when you are seated at the front side, that one, whatever you do, you have to use the improper side. But you need to make sure that the driver checks your safety before you drop out of it. And then when you are also walking on the street, you have to face the traffic. Make sure that the oncoming car is facing you. So if there is anything, you just skip and then save your life. Yes, don't think that every driver is sound.
He's been saying this on morning show, the road safety.
Yes.
Sir Perry.
Yes.
He's been teaching us this.
That is very true. Yes, it's very, very true. Do not think that all drivers are sound. Some might be driving headed up, but absent-minded. Yes, they might be driving and then you see that they'll be distracted. And you know, driving, the least mistake you make, you either kill or you destroy. So let's teach them all of these things. And then lastly, let's also teach them that their body is solely theirs. Their body is solely theirs. So they shouldn't allow people to be touching them.
For the girls or boys? Also?
Both of them.
Okay.
Any of them can suffer from abuses. Yes, so when we teach them that way, we teach them the right touch, we teach them the wrong touch. Yes, maybe when you fall and somebody is trying to help you up, that is a right touch. Over there, you can't tell the person. My mother said nobody should touch me. Yes.
Because if you don't do it rightly, that's what's going to happen.
Yes, because when we are in school, we hear all of these things. They come to seek for permission to go to urinate, but they come back with different stories. It means that when they went in there, certain things happened. But when you try to teach them not to do these things, when the person is trying to touch abusively, they will even scream or shout for help. And so these are measures, there are many, but for the sake of time, I'll talk about just these.
I've even forgotten about
Yes, for the sake of time, I'll talk about just these. Maybe in the subsequent weeks, we shall add more of it. So as parents, let's try to teach our children all of these measures to keep them safe when they are not around us. But in the course of teaching all of these things, we should always be conscious of the age-appropriate language, like we earlier said. Yes, because if we don't check the age and know what to tell them, You will talk, but there wouldn't be any communication. Thank you.
Thank you too. This is Mrs. Adwoa